JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, teen found dead with head partially severed in St. Catherine. 15-year-old Kevin McKenzie was found dead this morning with a gunshot wound and his head partially severed from his body. The incident happened about 7:30 in his community of Jones Avenue in Central Village, St. Catherine. It is reported that McKenzie left home to dispose of garbage when he was attacked. Residents reported hearing an explosion and went to investigate. They then stumbled upon the teen's body. Residents described the Spanish Town High School student as humble, caring, and well-behaved. Meanwhile, the Spanish Town police are probing the fatal shooting of a man in the community of Shelter Rock on Sunday night. About 9 p.m., 23-year-old Jakari Wonder was sitting in his yard when gunmen entered and shot him. Wonder was pronounced dead at hospital. 2 men killed at an illegally staged party. 2 men were fatally shot and a female injured when gunmen reportedly invaded an illegal party in St. James Friday night. The police say one of the dead men remained unidentified, but identified the other as 36-year-old businessman Keon Thompson of Bowgill in the parish. According to the Corporate Communications Unit, the communications arm of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, about 11:20 p.m., a party was in full swing in front of a bar in Bowgill when gunmen pounced upon a group of revelers and opened fire. After the shooting subsided, 3 people were found suffering from gunshot wounds. They were taken to a hospital where Thompson and the unidentified man were pronounced dead and the woman treated and released. No motive has been established for the deadly attack. According to statistics from the JCF, there were 104 murders recorded in the parish for the period January 1 to August 21, 2021, an increase of 40.5% when compared to the corresponding period last year. Messages circulating about multiple dead bodies at Mandeville Hospital falls. The Mandeville Regional Hospital, in a statement on Monday, has advised the public that messages circulating on messaging and social media platforms about multiple dead bodies at the hospital are false. The messages state that patients have to be stepping over dead bodies on the floor and that bodies are being relocated to a nearby church, the statement said. The management team of the hospital is urging citizens to be responsible and truthful when circulating messages so as not to cause fear or panic among citizens, it further advised. The statement from the hospital continued to read that while its staff members are pressured in managing the surge in COVID-19 cases, it is urging Jamaicans to be responsible in adhering to the protocols of mask wearing, hand washing, social distancing, and also to get vaccinated. St. Ann youths charged after shootout with cops. 2 young men from St. Ann have been charged in relation to an alleged shootout that unfolded between gunmen and police at Loydalsville District in St. Catherine on the morning of August 3. They are 25-year-old laborer Damar Rowe from Harrison Town and the 24-year-old laborer Sean Mullins from Seville Heights, both in St. Ann. The 2 are charged with shooting with intent. They are also being investigated in relation to a robbery that took place at Uoton in St. Catherine shortly before the alleged shootout, the police said. It stated that on the day in question, men allegedly robbed persons at Uoton District and in their bid to escape, headed towards Loydalsville in a white Nissan Tida motor car. The Loydalsville police received information about the vehicle being driven towards them, and so they set up a roadblock in a deep corner on the main road beside their station. It is said that when the gunmen happened upon the police in the corner, they frantically tried to reverse and turn the car around, but they could not do that, so they abandoned the car and ran into bushes. The police in Loydalsville requested and received help from their colleagues in Point Hill and Linstead, the JCF said. A few hours later, the police apprehended 2 of the alleged gunmen, including one who sustained a gunshot wound. It is believed that at least 1 other man escaped. Churches call for a National Day of Prayer and Fasting for August 31 to combat COVID surge. The Jamaica Umbrella Groups of Churches, JUGC, has called for a National Day of Prayer and Fasting for this Tuesday, August 31, as the nation continues to be buffeted by the 3rd wave of the deadly COVID-19 pandemic that has driven up infection rates, hospitalizations, and deaths. The theme for the day is Living Wisely, exercising sound judgment in complex times, and the day's activities will run from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event will be held virtually and streamed on Zoom, ID 822-4792-8507, passcode 619987, YouTube at PFM Family TV, Facebook at PFM Family or Love 101 FM Jamaica, and MTM TV. As of Sunday, August 29, Jamaica had recorded 739 new cases of COVID-19 and 6 deaths. The overall numbers now stand at 67,402 infections and 1,510 deaths. Over the weekend, some hospitals ran dangerously low on medical oxygen, while some were out altogether. That situation has since been alleviated with the arrival early Monday morning of supplies from overseas. In the midst of the unrelenting surge, Jamaicans have been flocking to vaccination sites in large numbers, but many are complaining about the crowds and the slow process. One woman said it took her 6 hours to get vaccinated at the Portmore Art Academy in St. Catherine on Saturday. Special needs children get assistance with medication expenses. The administrators of Sophie's Place, a home for special needs children operated by the Mustard Seed communities, have welcomed the financial assistance received towards offsetting the cost of prescription drugs for the children at the facility. The presentation took place at the chief office of the Jamaica National JN Group recently. Located in Gordon Town, St. Andrew, Sophie's Place is the residence for 21 children, all of whom are mentally and physically challenged and are in the care of the state. However, the children are being temporarily accommodated at Mary's Child in Papine, following the breakaway of the main road leading to Gordon Town during torrential rainfall late last year. The donation came in very handy. With the current pandemic, we don't have the support system from the volunteers as we previously had, said Christine Watson, childcare manager, Sophie's Place. Watson said that all the children have various medical conditions which require them to be on medication continuously. She pointed out that with 10 of the children on the National Health Fund program, this has helped significantly to reduce the exorbitant prescription bill they previously had each month. Efforts are being made to get the rest of the children on the NHF program as soon as possible. Currently, the cost for prescription drugs exceeds $50,000 monthly. Tanya Pringle, executive, corporate communications at the JN Group, pointed out that employees have been providing financial assistance and other forms of support to the home for the past 13 years. The relationship with Sophie's Place started out with the corporate communications team members sponsoring the prescription expense of a child monthly as part of their outreach project. Other departments subsequently came on board over the years to provide additional support, Pringle said. Making this donation is indicative of our commitment as an organization to help the home maintain the health and well-being of the children, especially during this COVID-19 pandemic, which has created economic challenges generally, Pringle added. Watson lauded the efforts of the JN Group, saying that the home would be able to further reduce its monthly prescription expenses if other organizations join in sponsoring a child. Currently, we have a debt of nearly $90,000 for prescriptions, she informed. To sponsor a child at Sophie's Place, please contact Christine Watson, Child Care Manager, at 876-588-7132 or 876-573-9215. Supplies may also be taken to the temporary accommodation at Mary's Child, 3 Golden Avenue, Papine. Jamaica records 739 new COVID cases, 6 more deaths. Jamaica on Sunday recorded 739 new cases of COVID-19 and 6 additional virus-related deaths. This brings the total number of confirmed cases in the country to 67,402, of which 17,288 are active. The death toll now stands at 1,510. The latest deceased comprise 3 persons from St. James, 2 men, ages 72 and 80, and a woman aged 66, 2 women from Hanover, ages 62 and 74, and a 45-year-old man from Westmoreland. Of the 739 newly reported cases, there were 422 females and 317 males with ages ranging from 24 days to 94 years. The cases were recorded in St. Anne, 149, Kingston and St. Andrew, 143, St. Mary, 88, St. Catherine, 82, Westmoreland, 65, St. James, 63, Portland, 37, Hanover, 30, Trelawney, 28, St. Elizabeth 22, Manchester 19, Clarendon 9, and the St. Thomas 4. The country also recorded 91 recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 48,186. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.